Today on CWN, we have some science experiments.
And did you know you can make French toast in a mug? I'm Kendall.
And I'm Jolie, and today is Thursday, March 10th, 2022.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Attention SNHS members, there will be a mandatory meeting only for Spanish National Honor Society new members today at 4 or 5 in the CHS auditorium. Important information about your induction will be given during the meeting. Be sure to attend.
And Mrs. Burkhart was at it again with another cool experiment in physics. Let's check it out. How exciting and new law her students got to learn about.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Evan Eden. He's in Ms. Burkhart's class, and today they're doing the Pendulum Lab to learn about wavelengths and just how to calculate them using vibrations and just inertia in general. So, Evan, can you give me a little more of an insight about what's going on in there?
All right, so currently what we set up was a pendulum on a rope. It's like a grandfather clock, and we're calculating the number of vibrations over time, which we are then using to find the period of the vibration so we can just give more emphasis to what we're learning about, which is waves, and this case, vibrational waves.
So thus far, has this lab helped you to gain an understanding and truly see, like in person, eye to eye, about how it works out?
Yes, it puts a real-world application to what we're learning instead of like theoretical with just doing paper and book work. So yeah, it gives us some real-world application to it.
All right, well, that's interesting. If you have a chance, come by, check out Ms. Burkhart's class, see the Pendulum Lab. It'll give you an insight to a real-world perspective, as Evan said, about wavelengths and how to measure them and just seeing them in day-to-day life. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The one-act play is a large undertaking to put on. With so many days involved in preparing for the event, it's only fitting we give you a part 2 of the interviews Trinity acquired from the cast members and Miss Liao.
And I'm here with Asher. So, what was your favorite part during your little performance?
Personally, my favorite part was when Madame McCarty, the psychic, does her little ditty and just gets into it during the seances. I think that's absolutely hilarious.
Indeed, she was amazing at really getting into it. And now I'm here with Kayla. So, how did you help out behind the scenes?
Well, originally I was props, so pretty much everything you see them holding was either something that I put on a list to buy or had someone make or something like that.
And how do you think the actors have progressed from where they started to this lovely performance?
I feel at the start it was rocky. Not everybody was here. There was absences. COVID hit us, had a bunch of us out. But I just feel that over time we've grown more as a family with this, and it's all a matter of time before we just take off. There's no telling what we can do.
I'm here with Miss Liao Ramirez, the amazing theater teacher that helped the students to make this lovely production. So, Miss Liao, how do you think your actors did? How did they progress from the very beginning of it all to this amazing performance?
Oh, thank you so much. They've done amazing. We have had so many things thrown at us, absences because of the pandemic. So we couldn't have rehearsals those times. We've had kids come, we've had kids go. But in the end, this group of kids that stuck with it, they kept their commitment and worked really hard, and they really put it out there tonight. They did a great job.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And that's all from me. Now back to the studio.
And seniors, are interested in applying in a scholarship that does not have any requirements, well, here is your opportunity. Please visit www.kirkledin.com, which is CIRKLEDIN, to apply for their No Sweat Scholarship. Applications must submit their entry by March 31st of 2022.
Are you having a good day today?
I woke up very late.
You're struggling a little bit. Yeah, it is test week. It
Yes.
is very stressful.
Yes.
I completely understand. I'm still going to make fun of you for it. AP Chemistry was investigating the properties of acids and bases. Aside from the traditional methods of calculating these, Ms. Johns brought out some new technologies that can be used in measuring these substances. Cooper spoke to Ms. Johns as she uncovered the methods used in this particular lab. Take it away, Cooper.
Hi, I'm Ms. Johns, who did an AP Chemistry lab today. So what exactly did y'all do?
Well, we're currently in the unit of acids and bases, and we're learning the difference between strong acids and weak acids, and I'll do a quick little chemistry lesson. Anything that it's an acid if it makes hydrogen ions in a solution. Weak acids make less hydrogen ions, because that's why they're called a weak acid. And so what we did is we used acetic acid, which is known as a weak acid. It's vinegar. If you dilute it enough, it becomes vinegar. And what we did is we diluted it into 4 concentrations, and we got to use our Vernier pH sensors along with our LabQuest 2, the little mini computers. And so they were able to test pHs of the different concentrations of the acetic acid. And from there, they're going to be able to do something called an equilibrium expression and be able to find the concentration of the conjugate base, which is acetate, and then be able to do percent ionization, so they'll know just how weak the acid was depending on the concentration. We've been doing this a lot in class, so it was just an opportunity to do something where they actually didn't read about pH and hydrogen ion concentration. They actually got to make solutions and then test the pH and actually calculate it. So hopefully it'll make everything make more sense, I guess, is the idea.
So y'all used technology to test pH. What are some conventional ways to test pH?
Well, the only other way that I really know is you can use indicators, which kind of gives you a range of pH values. You can use litmus papers. Sometimes you can use like universal solution or methyl orange and different things like that. And they turn different colors, but it doesn't give you an exact number. It just gives you a range. So with using the pH sensors and the LabQuest, they were actually able to see a graph and see how the pH, where it was when it was in the water and how it changed when it went into the solution, and then compare the different concentrations. So it was just an opportunity to kind of really use technology in the lab today.
Yeah. So, in a science class, it's always good to get accurate results. So, yeah.
Well, the accuracy, though, was based on the solutions I made. We don't know how accurate those were, but I tried.
We'll see. But, all right. Thank you. That's all from here. Back to the studio.
You know, I did that lab. That was definitely really difficult. We got into way new math skills for AP, but it was fun. It was cool.
Yeah, I could never take an AP Chem class. Sophomore year, that was a little bit of a struggle. That was a push through. It was hard.
Anyway, so students, the Ken Starr Memorial Scholarship is currently accepting applications. The deadline to apply for the scholarship will be April 10th. Please submit all scanned applications via email to shopwiththecopccfop@aol.com. If you need further information, please stop at room 802 outside.
Have you ever made French toast in a mug? Well, Miss Prohaska taught her class some of the marvels today. Some of the marvels of today's microwave. I don't even know. You're rubbing off on me.
It's the slang.
I don't like this. It is. It's worded weird. Okay. Miss Prohaska taught her class some of the marvels of today's microwave. She taught him how to use a cool microwave. I don't know. Like making French toast in a mug. Curtis spoke with Ms. Prohaska about the food lab and how delicious those tasty treats are.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is me, Curtis. I'm here with Ms. Prohaska, and Ms. Prohaska's class did a microwave lab. So, Ms. Prohaska, can you tell us a little bit about what this lab was about?
Yeah, today we cooked French toast in a mug, and throughout the chapter we learned about measuring, we learned about like dicing, so we cubed up the bread and everything for our recipe. We learned about recipe costing, and then just easy microwave recipes that we can cook at home.
Right, right. And I think this class is really good for people to take, because not everybody knows how to do that stuff. So I really like what you're doing in here. So did the product come out to, what you wanted it to? Did it come out, actually tasting good, French toast, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I didn't taste it myself, but it smelled very good, and all the students seemed to like it. Everybody put different toppings on their French toast, and it looked pretty good.
Right, right. That's perfect. I wish I'd have been down here to, see that and maybe get a taste. I'm sure it tasted amazing. Well, thank you again, and that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
That definitely looks really good. I might have to try that out sometime. And Jolie, this next lab may not be as tasty as, the French toast in a mug, but it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Mrs. Compton's engineering class did a lab on claw bots, where the robots the students created had to complete certain tasks. Here's Mrs. Compton with more.
One of my engineering classes recently completed a claw bot, and they had to build the claw bots, and then they had to program them, and then we took them and made a little competition out of it, and they had to complete certain tasks for so many points, and the students had a really good time. We had a little bit of difficulty getting the programs to work, but we were on our way, and everything was up and running, and good time was had by all. So this exercise, they were learning how to program using computer programming. It's kind of an intro into computer science and coding and things like that. So it's kind of a lead-in for some of the manufacturing and robotics.
Now let's send it to Aaron with the rundown on sports after this quick break.
Hey, watch this. No, you gotta watch this.
Yeah. Hey, what? Why? No littering. Wow. Attention, CHS. Can you try to pick up after yourselves?
Thank you, Jolie, and good morning, Wildcats. 14 boys on the powerlifting team are leaving for regionals today. Let's wish them good luck as they will be weighing in today and competing tomorrow for a chance to qualify for state. Our track team has a track meet tomorrow in Flower Bluff. Make sure to root them on as they travel to the Hornets' Nest. Good luck, Cats. Calallen Boys Soccer is selling playoff shirts. Please see a soccer player or Coach McGinnis for the link to buy one. Baseball has a 4-game tournament this weekend in Kerrville. Good luck, Cats, and let's bring home the dub. Softball, we will be playing the 6A Judson over the break, as well as starting district play against the arch-rival Tolosa Midway next Friday. Don't forget about our Wildcats, as many teams are still playing over spring break. Do you want to be a lifeguard? Lifeguard certification classes will be forming soon at our pool. Anyone interested should speak with Mrs. Snyder at the pool Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. The school district will pay the fee to the American Red Cross so that there is no cost to you, and the certificate is good for 2 years. There are requirements to meet in order to be a lifeguard. An in-person class will be to meet in order. An in-person class will be scheduled where you will demonstrate life-saving rescues and take a multi-choice test. The class sizes are limited, but there will be more than one class. Please go to the pool at 5 p.m. and talk to Ms. Snyder or an on-duty lifeguard. And I know that the girls are also selling playoff shirts, so make sure to find one of them, and they will both be playing next Tuesday for their last game. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Aaron.
Our next guest is a stranger to almost no one, as most of you have either been driven to a location by him or was greeted at the middle school. Kendall had the opportunity to speak to George Ruiz, a longtime employee here at Calallen ISD, about his amazing opportunity about to unfold. Let's take a look.
Hi, Wildcats. I am here with Mr. George. You probably know him. He's been here for so many years. You know, you've driven buses forever, and you've helped so many different students. And I know you've backed the military and been in the military and everything like that. And with all of that, you've gotten this great opportunity to go to Hawaii. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, I got an invitation from BR-51. It's basically a squadron that transports VIPs and people and cargo from base to base, and I'm going to be going for their change of command over in Kanoe Bay, Hawaii, and Pearl Harbor.
That's definitely really cool. Have you ever been to Hawaii before?
No, I never have, and I'm really looking forward to this because I'll get to see a lot of what happened afterwards when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and that kind of thing, and I know it's going to be an emotional trip at some point where I get to see all these things.
Absolutely. Definitely sounds really cool. In Hawaii, you know, tropical, that'll be a really cool thing to see, especially for the first time.
Yes, ma'am.
And what are you most excited for?
Just that I get to represent my school and represent the students, everybody here in Calallen, which I care for dearly, and just kind of a getaway thing, but it's going to be an official trip anyway, and looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely, I definitely bet you are. And you know, we'll definitely have more information for all of y'all as soon as he gets back. You know, you're leaving the 7th, coming back the 11th.
Yes, ma'am.
So after that, we'll definitely catch up with him and see what's all going on with that and how it went. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. Back to the studio.
You know, Jolie, Mr. George is probably one of my favorite people to interview. He's so sweet and so nice.
That story just kind of warms my heart because I grew up watching Mr. George and like talking to him and interacting with him throughout the schools. Like, I used to ride the bus when I was younger, having him be my bus driver. It's so cool, especially seeing all those photos of him young.
I
like,
know.
That's so cute.
And now we're going to take it over to Willie with today's weather forecast after this short message.
Sonic, America's Drive-In is the fast food restaurant that isn't that far from the school, that has the best foods out there. If you need a place to go and eat, go to Sonic, America's Drive-In.
Yo, 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 today's Calallen TV weather is brought to you by Sonic, America's Greatest Drive-In. Today, or right now, it is currently 60 degrees with 2% chance of rain, winds coming from the east-northeast. Me and Jolie did talk about this because I didn't understand the whole east and northeast, and she explained it out to me earlier, so it actually is from the east-northeast. As we look into our day, we're going to be in the high 60s, narrowing down to the lower 60s as we end our day when you get ready for bed. Minimal chances of rain until about 8 p.m., so you may see some, and winds still coming from the east at around 13, 14 miles per hour. Now as we look into our weekend, coming up to spring break, we'll be in the 60s, low 50s with a huge, about half chance of rain on Friday and winds coming from the north. Should be a pretty good spring break. I'm really excited for it. We have 2 days until spring break and 71 days until graduation. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Well, thank you, Willie. You know, definitely exciting to see those graduation days go down.
Oh, it freaked me out when I was making those slides because it keeps getting lower and lower, and I'm like, soon it's going to be 30 and I'm going to leave. And I don't want to leave. Not yet.
What?
I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I don't know.
Oh, I'm ready.
We'll see.
I'm ready.
You got a while to go, Aaron.
Boy said I'm ready.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, Kendall, why don't basketball players go away for spring break?
I don't know, Jolie, why?
They're afraid they might get called for traveling.
Huh? For all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at CalallenTV for all of the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.